Hello everyone and welcome to IDX TV. I'm here at the WMX Asia and today I have the privilege of interviewing an executive from Eurora, which is Mr. Paul Scratchley. How are you doing, Mr. Paul Scratchley?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
Okay, I'm good and I would like to know more about Eurora. So what is Eurora key features?
Well, the key feature of Eurora sits very much behind a very clever AI learning machine. That sounds like we are a very geeky company, but we actually solve a lot of cross-border delivery problems by enabling senders and receivers to be compliant with their duties and taxes and filing paperwork at customs and to the revenues of the country concerned.
So you are also a consulting team and also a team that helps when it comes to exporters trying to import products into the European Union.
And the rest of the world, but yes, absolutely. We listen to the problems customers are having with their international shipments, and where they form a regulatory issue, we can help solve those for them. We're talking HS codes, duty and tax calculation, and for Europe, of course, IOS, as well as restricted and denied parties, and our ability to collect duties and taxes from individuals for companies who don't really want to take the responsibility of handling all of those infrastructure and regulatory requests up front.
Right, there's so many companies that does these kind of business in terms of helping exporters and making sure that their products are imported correctly without any bans or any illegal, kind of products shipping in. What makes Eurora stand out from other companies in terms of your unique selling point when it comes to these kind of documentations and also accessibilities?
I think it's our clever use of AI. We're the only company in this space that actually uses data scientists and employs those data scientists to feed our AI machine. And again, it's not the AI per se, but it's the AI that can give the answer. For example, if you take HS codes, which are the new fun word for a commodity code, there is over 67 possible variations for a pair of shoes. And that all comes from the description of the shoe. So you could have brown leather lace-up shoes, ladies lace-up shoes. It is a minefield. So our system looks at the description and it works out the best HS code or the accurate HS code for that description and presents it back to our customer. The customer then in turn presents that to customs and that shipment will go through customs correctly. So it's the clever learning that if you were to choose it off a list, you could choose one of 67 and you'd have a pretty good chance of getting it right, but it might not be the accurate description for your item.
That's the question I would like to ask. Do you think that having AI to help clients and customers is a reliable source of help center?
Yeah, absolutely. I think AI has come on these days in such a degree that machine learning is something fundamental and will become more widespread throughout lots of service-orientated operations.
Right, and talking about Southeast Asian market, the Southeast Asian is a huge production base. We produce a lot of goods and services, which has become very attractive to the European Union.
If you take the European Union as a pure example, obviously the UK decided to leave the European Union and we all know about Brexit. But some of the changes that happened within the European Union, they brought in a mechanism called IOS, which means that for items under the value of €150, you as the shipper are responsible for paying the duties and taxes pre-shipment so that the goods sell through and get delivered. Now, not only can we collect those duties and taxes on behalf of the customer or on behalf of the retailer, but we can pay those to the fiscal representation in the country as well. So we'll pay those taxes to revenues on behalf of you, our customer, and on behalf of your customer who's already paid them. So fundamentally, being part of a checkout process means that we can offer the same seamless journey to Madame Chantal living in Paris as we can to me living in Oxford. So it's just a harmonization of everything that makes a delivery experience great.
So basically you take care of everything that the exporters need to do in order to ship their products into that specific country.
And even those exporters that really don't want to get involved in IOS and do their own registration, we can provide a platform that will allow their customer to pay duties and taxes up front, therefore meeting the regulation behind the delivery of the goods when they get there. And I must stress, this is for items under €150. After that, it goes through normal tax and duty processes.
Talking about technology, you mentioned about AI and Eurora and how you use AI specifically to help consumers and clients. Do you have any other innovations or technology that you want to bring into Eurora to make sure that clients get a better experience or maybe help your business more?
Yeah, we do. We have a product called Order Declare, which we're rolling out to the market at the moment. That helps businesses who don't want to register for iOS and still maintain a DDU shipment. DDU stands for nothing more than delivery duty unpaid, to allow the recipient customer to pay any goods, duty, taxes, and any fees that go with that parcel and get away from having a huge carrier-related processing fee. So it saves money as well for the consumer, as well as providing the great experience for the business and the consumer alike.
When you say great experience, how much return management do you get from your clients?
Well, our clients like to know what we're doing with their customers, so they have a good oversight of the services we provide, but they choose this because they can't get involved or don't want to get involved in iOS registrations, particularly for Europe. So this is a great way for them to continue selling their products in Europe and not have to register for iOS.
As an idea for the Southeast Asian exporters and producers, what do you think is a really attractive product in the European nation right now?
Anything.
Anything.
E-com has, if it's taught me one thing, it's taught me the UK market and the European market will buy anything. Anything that's offered. It's crazy.
Do you think there's something such as the top tier products that is really attractive to the UK market from Southeast Asia, apart from just anything?
It's predominantly cheap electricals. So Wish and Alibaba, those sorts of companies who, I appreciate they're Chinese related, but those sorts of companies who produce platform-based, cheap consumer products are
gadgets,
getting
right?
it.
Any
Absolutely.
gadgets?
Yes, gadgets.
Gadgets.
Toys, grown men's toys and young toys as well.
Right, so gadgets, toys, anything that you can use in the household that is considered relatively cheaper is very attractive.
That's slightly different because you have different electricity than we have in the UK and Europe. So stuff that comes in with your plug on it doesn't necessarily fit our plug socket.
Well, we can use the electric robots, such as the cleaning, the electric vacuum cleaner.
Those, yes. Yeah, they are. They're starting to take a foothold in the UK. We have probably a lot more clutter in our homes than you guys have. So electric robots, maybe I'm not a fan. Had one once, didn't do very well.
Yeah, I understand. Hopefully more innovation in the future. Right, so talking about Eurora now, let's focus on Eurora. What are your short-term, mid-term, and long-term strategies heading into the final quarter of 2022 and looking forward to 2023?
Well, for the remainder of 2022, we need to support our customers and their customers. Obviously, we refer to this as peak within the European Union and the UK. It's our busiest time of year. So in terms of making changes now, when customers and retailers need to do the majority of their sales, probably isn't realistic. So it will be just supporting our current customers through this period. Moving into 2023, it's to continue to develop iOS solutions within the United Kingdom and worldwide. So we're growing in America, the UK, the Middle East, and obviously the Asian continent too.
Would you say that the rules and regulations in Europe is constantly changing when it comes to exports? So Eurora needs to be updated 24 hours a day?
Yes. As we previously mentioned, they get updated every quarter. So there is a continual need to check the relevance of the solution that we're offering.
So Eurora, you can be assured that you're always updated with the rules and regulations?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so finally, we would like to know, what do you think of IDX TV here at the WMX Asia?
It's been a very worthwhile conference. I've rekindled relationships with a lot of people that I haven't seen for a while. It's lovely to be back after 3 years of doing this online. So yeah, having a great time.
Thank you very much. And we would like to thank Mr. Paul Scratchley so much from Eurora for this exclusive interview with the IDX TV here at the WMX Asia. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And this is IDX TV, brought to you by CCL.